We Have a Ghost is a new Netflix original movie. I went into this thinking this could be another one of those plethora of original Netflix movies when it comes to family, sort of ghost, supernatural stuff. We've had quite a bit that haven't really hit the mark. They've been okay for the most part, and you can probably find something in them to enjoy. But when I go into this, I go with a feeling of I'm going to be underwhelmed. But was I surprised? Let's jump in and find out. Finding a ghost named Ernest haunting their new home turns Kevin's family into an overnight social media sensation. But when Kevin and Ernest go rogue to investigate the mystery of Ernest's past, they become a target of the CIA. So among the cast we have Tig Notaro, who plays Dr. Leslie Monroe, Jennifer Coolidge, David Harbour, who plays Ernest, Anthony Mackie, Faith Ford, Steve Coulter, Tom Brower. There is just a number of actors that you'll know. It's an ensemble cast for people that you probably have seen of. Even if you don't know their names, you might know some of them. David Harbour, definitely. Anthony Mackie, of course. And so I went into this with the idea of, even if the film is bad, they would be able to carry it. People like Tig Notaro, who I think has amazing presence on screen. She has a wit and a dry comedy, and then kind of the juxtaposition of that, which is quite outlandish, with Jennifer Coolidge. There are moments like that in this film that even if it was terrible, they would highlight it and bring it on. You breathe a sigh of relief when you see them, their acting capabilities. And then we have David Harbour. I wasn't really knowing what to expect in this, especially as he plays a ghost. And I have to say, he doesn't have a single line of dialogue in this as the ghost. It's just something of the lore that they're creating around it. And I went, how is he going to capture any emotional intent? And he does. He knocks it out of the park. Amazing performance from David Harbour. Whenever he's on screen with the family, one kid in particular, I'm there for the story. It does kind of, it has two story arcs. The one where you go and find out what is this story about, Ernest's background. That is the part, the heart of the story that works best. You go a little bit science fiction-y with the CIA bit, with like the Men in Black sort of storyline, the Ghostbusters sort of storyline. But when we're learning about Ernest, that's where this film shines. At the beginning, you kind of dislike the family, especially the father, Anthony Mackie. There's a whole thing around there where it's I guess a family trying to find a new start, and that is where they start building from this in this story. So it takes a while for us to really like any of the family members. The film focuses on the relationship with David Harbour, a friendship at school formed with our younger son, and that's the adventure that I was invested in. I'm surprised by how much I enjoyed this, because I think if you go into this with like, this should be Oscar worthy, you know, the best film, it's not that, but it actually is far better than I expected it, because it has a lot more heart. We have this whole kind of intriguing story with Ernest, but not only that, there's a story with the youngest son. You want the father and son to rekindle their relationship. There's a straining on the relationship because of stuff that has happened in the past that we get to know a little bit of. I do feel like Anthony Mackie is underutilized a little bit, but really it's not his story. It's the story of Ernest in this house, and the family happened to be there. It's also totally what would happen with social media and the media, you know, with the ghosts. Is it fake, good CGI, that kind of stuff? That's all plays a part into the world that we live now. So it very much feels like a bits of everything that we've had and reality a little bit. But it is grounded in the relationship of Ernest and the younger son. And that's where the heart is, like I keep mentioning. And I was so surprised that it had that, because I didn't expect that from the posters, the trailer. I didn't expect it to at all like grab me at the end of the day, me going at the end of the film. I might watch that again, actually. So it's not just a one-time watch, it's a fun watch as a family. And I do have to say, because of the director, who I didn't know the name of, but then I went and looked at the director, Christopher Landon, who's given us such films as Scout's Guide to Zombie Apocalypse, Happy Death Day 1 and 2, and Freaky. All of those films I really enjoyed. Happy Death Day 2 I was okay with, but the rest I thought were really good. There is a bit of that horror element in here. It is a 12 for a reason, so just to give you an idea, there are a couple of moments that reminded me a little bit of Indiana Jones with the face melty thing with the skeleton. That's just a word of warning that there is that in here. 12 and up, if you're going to watch it with the younger members, that you probably want to know if they're get scared easily. But you know, I was watching Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and all sorts of films when I was younger, and I'm still alive. I'm still okay-ish. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm going to give it 3 3/4 out of 5 Nicolas Cages.
You got one. Congratulations.
It's not quite as good as a 4, which is an amazing film, really good, and it's not perfect, but it really is enjoyable. I had a fun time with this movie, and that's all I could ask for something like this with this premise. I'm looking forward to Happy Death Day 3 if the director ever gets to do that. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite film from this director? Paranormal Activity, Burning Palm, Scout's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse, Happy Death Day 1 and 2, and Freaky are all his feature directorial films. He's done like a making of video and shorts, but those are the ones. Let me know which is your favorite out of those, and do let me know if you enjoyed this film as much as I did. I thought it was a surprise. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.